Hello guys and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you the best settings for Mobile Legend for smoother and faster gameplay. Today in this video I'm going to show you all the settings for all the subcategory in settings like basic, control, interface, sound, network and privacy to get you the best setting possible according to your device. So let's get on with the video. So the very first setting is basics. And in basics there are several settings which I'm going to show you what they do one by one. So the first setting is outline. If you turn on the outline, you will see that your character has a slight blackish outline which can highlight you and your enemies as well, which will help you better to see your enemies more clearly. But if you have a low end system, I will suggest to turn it off. Now the next option is camera height. So as you can see, it is currently on high, and the next setting is low. So you can see the difference over here. So this is the low camera height and this is the high camera height. So as you can see, I can see much more clearly. But again, if you have a low end device, I will suggest you to turn this option off. But be careful because your opponents will have their on and they will have a much higher advantage against you. So it's up to you if you want to keep this on or off. The next setting is camera shake. So as you can see, it is currently on. It is mostly cosmetic because it will just simply give you an artificial shake in your camera when you hit any enemy. So it will just simply give you a temporary camera shake when you hit a target, and that's all. It's just simply cosmetic. So I will suggest you to just simply turn this setting off. The next setting is HD mode, which is pretty self-explanatory on itself. If you turn this on, it will give you high quality imagery and visual effect. Again, if you have a low end system, I will suggest you to turn this setting off. Now after that, the next option is shadows. So what it does, it gives us shadow to your character or your enemies and allies. So if you turn this off, the shadow will be gone. But I would suggest you to keep this on because it gives a much realistic touch to the game. Now the next setting is creep HP. So what this setting does is it shows you the current HP of the jungle monsters, the turtles and the lords. So I would suggest you to just simply, because it is very helpful. So the next setting is damage text. So what this setting does is it shows you the exact amount of damage you deal to an enemy. So if you attack an enemy, you can see there is no damage text. So if we enable this option, you will see now when we attack, the text is coming out. Now as you can see, when we attack, the damage text is popping out and it shows the damage received to you and the opponent as well. So I would suggest you to just simply keep this setting on because it will help you to play and keep a track of how much HP your opponent has and has lost. The next setting is colorblind filter. So what it basically does is it simply turns your HP bar into yellow. So as you can see, my current HP bar is green. So if I turn this setting on, it will turn to yellow. So it basically is to help the colorblind people who have problem in differentiating colors. So if you want a yellow health bar, you can just simply turn this on if you want that. Now moving on to the next setting, which is merge text. So what this setting does is it simply merges the amount of damage you give to opponent. So as you can see, when I damage an opponent, multiple numbers of damage shows one by one. Now the next setting is refresh rate. So in this setting, it shows how many times your screen refreshes while playing. So if the refresh rate is high, it will give you a better performance and smoother experience. But if you have a low end device, I would suggest you to turn the refresh rate to low because if you have a low end device, it may cause lag. So I would suggest you to just simply turn the setting low if you have a low end device. So the last setting, the basic section, is graphics. So if you love beautiful graphics, you can just simply turn this to ultra and you will get the best graphic possible. Now after doing that, if you are facing lags or having any issue with the game, I would suggest you to just simply play around with the settings with smooth, medium, high, whichever may suit you the best. Just simply play around and see which one suits your playing style the best. Now we have optimized the basic settings. Now it's time to go to the next one, which is controls. So over here, controls is one of the most important settings in this game. So let me show you the best settings available in controls. So normally in controls, The first aiming method that you will get is the standard one, where you will just simply get a single attack button that will attack anyone. So it is good for them who are just simply starting to play the game, but if you're a little advanced and know a lot about the game, what I would suggest you to do is just simply change your aiming method to the advanced aim, because while using advanced aim, you will get 2 additional aiming button. So as usual, the main one is to attack the hero. So the bottom one will prioritize the minions and the top one will prioritize the cannons. So you can just simply use whichever you want to use, and it will give you much more room to play with. So again, the bottom one is for the minions, the middle one is for the hero, and the top one is for the turrets. So it's up to you how you want to use it. So you can still use the standard one if you want to, but my preference would be use the advanced one. Now, the next setting is targeting priority. Now over here what it does is, for the first one, it targets the lowest HP percentage, meaning if there is an opponent with 10,000 HP and its current HP is 6,000, meaning it's in 60%, and there is another enemy whose maximum HP is 5,000 and his current HP is 4,000. So what it will prioritize is, it will go for the lowest percentage amount of the HP, meaning it will automatically attack the person who has 60% HP. But if you change the setting to lowest HP, it will prioritize the enemy which has the lowest amount of HP, meaning it will prioritize the opponent which has just 5000 HP comparing to the 10,000 HP opponent. So the next one is closest target. So basically it will attack whichever enemy is the closest to you. Now the next setting is hero lock mode. So what this setting does is, it prioritizes the hero that you're facing. So it helps in squad games where you can prioritize individual heroes no matter what their HP may be. So if you want, you can turn this particular setting on. Now after that, the next setting is skill smart targeting. What this setting does is, it automatically takes you to the opponent when you're using your ability. So let me show you. So as you can see, you are currently far from your opponent, but when you click at the minion button at the bottom, your character will go automatically towards the minion, as you can see over here, and it will start attacking the basic ability. Now after that, the next setting is basic attack smart targeting. So this is basically the same setting but for the basic attack. So again, if you go towards your target and just simply click on the basic attack, it will automatically go towards the opponent and it will attack. So let me show you. If I go far away from the opponent, and if I do the basic attack, it will go automatically towards the target. So this is what that setting does. Now after that, the next setting in the list is aim pinning. So usually I just simply keep this particular setting off, and that goes for the attack assist as well. Now after that comes the skill joystick. So currently it is on the fixed position, meaning it will remain on the fixed position over here. But if I click on tap position, then wherever I will tap, the joystick will appear, as you can see right over here. But for my preference, I will just simply keep it back to fixed position because that's how I like it. Now the next setting is auto upgrade. So usually I'll just simply keep it off because it is much more easier to choose individual spells or items that I want. But if I just simply keep it on, it will upgrade all of it. So for me, I'll just simply keep this off. Now the next is build purchase settings. So for this setting, I actually don't know what to do because it has made no difference in my gameplay whatsoever. And again, for the fixed position, it's up to you. And the next setting is joystick setting. Again, it's up to you if you want to turn this on or off. It's up to your gameplay style. And for the HP shift and HP lock, again, I don't know what it does because it have never interfered in my game whatsoever. So now the next setting is aim sensitivity settings. So now it's up to your preference how you want to make your aim sensitive or not. For me, I'll just simply keep it as sensitive as possible. Now the next setting is cast cancellation. So currently, as you can see, this is the first way of cancelling your cast is by dragging to the X or the cross button, which you can see right over here. So if I take my finger to this cross icon, the cast will cancel. And the other option is, which is swipe to a certain distance. If I try to cast any spell and go out of the distance, which you can see over here, the cast will automatically cancel itself. So this is the method that I prefer. Now, the last setting in controls is camera sensitivity. So for me, I just simply keep this at high, because when you move your finger at the right side of the map, you can view the whole map and the surroundings and the things which are happening. So the higher the sensitivity, the more faster you can look and the more faster you can act. So that's what I prefer. Now let's move on to the next part of the setting. The next setting is interface, which is not that very important, but it's good to know. So firstly is customize UI. If you want to customize the UI, you can do it from over here. You can change the positions and locations and the size of every button on the screen. Then there is skill description, meaning it will change the size of the font. It's currently on default. If you change to medium or large, what it changes is the description of the hero or the ability that hero does. So this setting is what it increases and decreases. After that, the next setting is friend online notification. So if your friend is online, you can enable this option to get a notification, and if you want the sound of the notification as well, you can also enable that. Then comes the opacity for the different places, like the setting page, the shop page, the scoreboard page, and that's it. After that comes sound. Now I just like to keep my music off, and the rest is normally default. You can also put a customized theme song by clicking on customize over here and add a custom theme song. You can also modify some chat settings over here as well, so you can just simply see over here. Now the next thing comes is network. Now if you want better speed, I would suggest you to enable the speed mode on, but I have to say it will cost much more data. So if you are on a budget plan, or if you don't have a lot of data left on your plan, so do not turn it off. And now the next option is network boost. Now what this option does is it will use your Wi-Fi and cellular data at the same time to give you much more faster and smoother internet. Now the last setting is privacy. Over here you will again find few settings related to your privacy, like invites, decline accept, histories, and etc. So that's it, and thank you for watching, and do like and subscribe to my channel, and take care.